deputy political leader joins call for PM Harris to resign over Peter Virdee bribery scandal. Basseterre, St. Kitts, June 19, 2018, deputy political leader of the National Integrity Party, NIP, Mr. Roy Fleming has joined the call for the resignation of St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister, Dr. the Honourable Timothy Harris, following the Peter Virdee bribery scandal, in which he is said to be among Caribbean politicians who have been allegedly bribed. Fleming, a former candidate for the People's Action Movement, PAM, expressed the concern over the relationship between Prime Minister Harris and members of the cabinet. He said, after listening to the words spoken by Prime Minister Harris at a town hall meeting, it is clear that his relationship with his cabinet and parliamentary colleagues has reached an all-time low, where it appears that he has lost all the respect for them. Referring to Dr. Harris's remarks, in which he, Harris, said, "They say last cabinet was a confusion, and people ask me to step down, well, not one of them dare ask me them foolish craziness." Fleming said he is also concerned about the Prime Minister's labeling his cabinet colleagues as people, when he, Harris, stated, "People ask me to step down. People ask me to step down?" And also when he referred to them as dem dear, when he, Harris, said, "Not one of them dare ask me dem foolish craziness." Fleming said the Prime Minister's remarks are a total and utter disrespect. He further asked, how would the so-called falling out between the Prime Minister and members of the federal cabinet affect their ability to govern the country? Would there be some sort of resistance or retaliation by those affected cabinet colleagues who might have felt belittled and disrespected by the words coming from the mouth of their leader? Would they support future legislation which will come to the Parliament for debate? Or maybe would they file a motion of no confidence against Prime Minister Harris as a retaliatory measure? Pointing out that those are serious questions, Fleming called on all the ministers of the PLP/CCM/PAM government, excluding the Prime Minister, to hold a press conference soonest and apprise the public, the citizens of this country, as to the true status of their present relationship with the Prime Minister. Evidence produced in a London High Court shows that names Prime Minister Harris as begging UK business tycoon Peter Virdee for a nice watch and a pair of shoes, and discussing finances for the upcoming election in exchange for a possible solar energy project. Two London High Court judges, Lord Justice Holroyd and Mr. Justice Ding Emmons, in the May 11, 2018 judgment found that, without going into particulars, and putting the matter at its very lowest, we have no doubt that a judge, considering the passages we have quoted, would regard them as capable of giving rise to a reasonable inference that the claimants were willing in principle to make and to pay bribes, but felt that the Caribbean politicians were asking for too much. Antigua and Barbuda's Assat Michael, who is also named in the May 11, 2018 judgment, resigned from the cabinet on May 15. Despite mounting calls, statements, demonstrations and an editorial by distinguished historian and author Adrian Fraser, who called the alleged actions disgraceful and sickening, Prime Minister Harris has refused to step down. He has said he is not going anywhere. Photo 1, Roy Fleming. Photo 2, Dr. Timothy Harris. Photo 3, Peter Virdee.